gentlemen, welcome to 356. My name is Keith Andrew, and I'm here with the talented and beautiful Ro Jones, and I just want to say thank you for accepting my request and being a guest on this fantastic talk show.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, absolutely. The honor's all mine. Don't mind me. I suck at first impressions. So when people want to know what my talk show is about, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into an example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities. But you should never give up. You should prove people wrong. That labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. You should prove to them you can break the labels. That being said, half hour, 40 minutes of your time. Say anything you want. Talk about whatever you want. This is your time, supporting your cause, making a new friend out of it. And starting off, what can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I just recently moved to Washington State, and I'm loving the weather up here. But just taking a break right now from working in film and scripts and stuff like that.
Oh, nice. Well, we can get to that in a couple minutes. So I'm going to ask you the easy questions first, and then we can jump into the hard-hitting ones. Don't mind me, I haven't done my interviews as of late, so I'm really rusty. I've been looking for a second job, trying to keep my first job, so my mind's been preoccupied.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about hooking up a second line myself.
It's not really what I want to be doing with my life. I really want to be focusing on my talk show, but hey, you have to eat crap to get what you want, right?
Yep, you gotta do what you gotta do to get where you gotta go. Oh.
No, absolutely. Now, the first question I was going to ask you was, were you a study nerd or party animal when you went to college? And did you ever do any sports growing up?
Did I do what?
Oh, any sports.
Oh, okay, let's see. Well, I'm kind of a mixture of both. When I started college, I was a study nerd, but at the same time, I like to go out and relax at the same time. So I guess you could say I'm a little bit of both. While I do enjoy getting out and getting active, I'm not much of a sports watcher, but just more, I'm more into like volleyball, swimming, tennis, that kind of thing, and those are a lot of fun. But I've never been into professional teams or anything like that.
All right. Well, then my last easy question for you is, I asked this just for the girls because it's my late for it was the girls. But it's also, I was thinking recently, we might as well turn this into more of a subject than just out of the blue thing. Let me explain. So basically, I'm a big fan of the human pyramid stuff. I know, I'm a loser. So, the question was...
Human pyramid?
Yep, human pyramids.
Okay, cool.
I love that stuff. I'm a loser.
Oh, stop.
So, I used to be like, oh, by the way, when he do sports, did he ever do this? Did he ever do that? So I was like, why not turn it into a subject? So I'm going to ask you, one, did he ever get the chance to do a human pyramid? And two, would you be interested in doing one?
Well, now, probably not so much, but yeah, I was once part of a human pyramid. But I think that was kind of like a mix-up when I was growing up. I joined this class for dancing, and then they kind of moved me into cheerleading. I'm like, what happened? So all of a sudden I'm wearing this cheerleading outfit, and I'm holding up all these girls. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I have, but...
No, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I said, yeah, I have, but I'm not sure if I would do it today.
Hey, never say never, right?
Right.
Now, you mentioned you were holding people up for those standing pyramids. What was your favorite part and what was the tough part? Like, for an example, when you were holding someone up, wouldn't it be funny if you guys reenacted the lines from Dumbo You're like, hey, honey, gaining a little weight up there? And she yells down at you, you're no cream puff yourself.
Oh my goodness, it make everybody laugh so hard the pyramid would collapse. Hey, what's going on up there?
See, I like making it real because it'd be more fun. But what was your...
Funny surprise, though.
So, for an example, what were some of your favorite moments where you liked doing the cheerleading, but when you had to do the pyramid stuff, did you hate it? Did you kind of dreaded it?
I really like the teamwork, us coming together to create the pyramid. But my favorite part during the cheerleading was just learning a dance routine. I just love to dance, so I just love that part. But when we started doing formations, I'm like, okay, I'll just play along. But for the most part, I just like the dancing.
Did he ever pick someone up and have problems holding that person, or did the pyramid ever sway?
No, it was pretty well. I wasn't used to it at first. They just kind of threw me in there at the end of the dance. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just... I just kind of wung it. But, yeah, it was really cool. Like, we had about 6 girls, and that was near the base. And basically, they're just standing right on top of your thighs as you're holding up the girls. So it's just great teamwork, a lot of trust there. And then in the end, you have a finished piece.
No, it's nice. I was always a big fan of that stuff.
It amazes me what they do.
Hey, it's human art. It's exercise and it's human art.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the next question I was going to ask you, and I'm going to ask you about the hard-hitting stuff, is who influenced you to start your career, and how many years have you been doing your art?
Oh, that's so hard. Growing up, I guess it would be some of the legends, like Jack Nicholson, Meryl Streep, Dustin Hoffman. I never get tired of them. Kathy Bates, fantastic. But ever since I was very, very young, I've been playing pretend with my sister, and then after that, I'm like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. I just love studying characters and what motivates them, and so, and I'm still doing it now. I just never get tired of it.
All right. What about, have you ever been the main star, supporting star, or extras?
I've done a lot of extra work and a lot of supporting roles. Have yet to hit a lead, but I am really enjoying the projects that I've done so far.
Alright, so for an example, what projects and what movies or TV shows have you been a part of so far?
When I first started, I did like a community theater, a little bit of choreography, costuming, that kind of thing, and then I started moving into film and movies a little bit later, somewhere in my 20s. So I think the first film I did, I was like an extra, and it was Sydney White and the Seven Dorks with Amanda Bynes. That was fun, and it really helps being an extra. You get a lot of coverage, and at the same time, you get a connection. You can do like more films. They call you back. It's fantastic work.
Actually, you mentioned a name I remember from my childhood, Amanda Bynes. Mm-hmm. How was it working with her?
She's very sweet, and well, things have changed now, but yeah. This is like her back in the time where she was still with Disney and doing Nickelodeon. And, yeah, very sweet girl.
Do you guys still keep in touch, or not really?
Oh, no. I was there in the same room with her, and that was pretty much it. That's as close as I got to her, about 10 feet.
Do you ever take a picture with her, or are you not that close?
I just figured she wouldn't like that, so I just, tried to stay professional when I was on the set with her.
All right. Hey, it's always nice to have a little fun, right?
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Now, the next question I was going to ask you, what do you enjoy more, being extras or being a supporting actress?
I gotta say that I'm excited whenever I'm on stage or on a set, but I have to say, digging deep into a character and feeling what they need to say, I've got to have a speaking role. because just delving into a person's mind, into their feelings and thoughts, just drives me. So I like to have a speaking role more than anything.
All right. What about, did you see any recently good movies? Like, did you see Power Rangers? Did you see Wonder Woman?
Let's see, what did I just... I watched a couple films recently. Just saw The Imitation Game and the newest pirate film, Pirates of the Caribbean.
How was it?
That was interesting. Unfortunately, I've only seen like a couple of the earlier ones. I think they have like 6 or 7 films now, from what I'm hearing. So I missed a lot of gaps there. But the graphics were fantastic, and the score, the music, beautiful.
Actually, it's funny, you just reminded me of something. I saw a post yesterday where it's Johnny Depp dressed as Jack Sparrow, and he carves off Trump. You know, Trump makes America great again. So he carves off the T, the T and the P. It says, rum makes America great again.
Oh, I love that. Oh, man. I like Johnny Depp. He's fantastic. I just love how him and Tim Burton work together all the time.
That's true. You know, it's funny. Some Tim Burton movies are good. Like, Batman was good.
Oh, yes.
And Beetlejuice was good. But what is your opinion about, we're talking about pyramids, what's your opinion about Tim Burton doing Dumbo? Do you think he's got to do it right, or he's got to make it demented?
No, he's not. I did not hear that.
Well, that was the rumor going around that Tim Burton was going to do Dumbo, and they're going to have the same producers of Iron Man doing it.
It is good. Oh my god, it's definitely going to be weird. I have a feeling it's definitely going to be trippy, for sure. It may not be for children, I have a feeling.
Especially
hopefully it will be child-friendly, though.
Especially the pink outfit scene. The acid scene.
Exactly. I figured he's going to go right for that. He's going to go to town with that. But I love his work. I love Tim Burton's work.
Now, the next question I was going to ask you was, actually, I store a blank. Oh, the next one I was going to ask you was, have you ever tried to be an extra on Blue Bloods, Grimm, Hawaii Five-0? Was there any big TV shows that are on happening now that you wanted to be a part of?
Oof. I would. I definitely would. I have not, to be perfectly honest, but, you know, I definitely would jump on that if I could, because those dramas are always interesting, especially with the costuming and the set design. Oh, the visuals are just gorgeous. So you can really just kind of dive into the fantasy. So, yeah, I would definitely jump into one of those shows, for sure.
What about voiceovers? Would you be interested in doing voiceovers, or you haven't done that?
Absolutely, I love it. It is so much fun playing characters through voice. It's even harder work, from what I hear. You're putting all, you know, the actions of a character and their emotions just in your voice. That is difficult. I give those people props.
Well, I do a lot of fan-made parodies just for fun. Would you be interested in doing some?
Absolutely.
Well, we can talk about that off the air. Now, the next question... Actually, before I ask you the next question, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, I'm going to ask you some more hard-hitting questions, and I'll pass it over to you.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
For yourself, or as a gift for someone else. For personal connections, shout-outs, birthdays, proposals, weddings, and much more. Enter your details about yourself so the celebrity can record a personal video message, especially for you, including details such as your name, age, birthday, hobbies, or whatever else you include. As soon as the video has been recorded, you'll get an email with your link, so you can share it on social media or download and keep it. Celebrities record videos as and when they can, usually within 2 weeks. But if you want a video for a specific date and it does not look like it will arrive in time, you can cancel it and get an instant refund at the click of a button. There are hundreds of celebrities to choose from and many more joining every day. Search by category or genre, buy a gift voucher, get updates and offers, and encourage your favorite celebrities to join so they can connect with fans in a fun and unique way. Raise money for their charities and much more. So order your video now for yourself or for someone else.
To 356. I'm here to talented and beautiful Ro Jones, and I just want to say thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you.
Now, before we get to the questions that you have for me, was there anything you wanted to promote, anything you want to talk about? You did mention off the air, you did finish wrapping up a film, and I would like to know about it.
Yes, it's called We'll Let You Know. We wrapped it up. It's just about to release in theaters all over the United States. And Firestrike Productions has created it, and the director is Preston Walden. So if anybody wants to know about it, we can go to firestrikeproductions.com, and you can see what it's all about.
No, absolutely. Now, in the next two, I'm going to see how many questions I have over here. I'm going to ask you the top 5, then I'm going to pass the show over to you. And the first one I'm going to ask you is, who were some of your favorite actors that you get and actresses that you had the chance to work with?
Well, basically, I think I worked with a lot of local actors and actresses. Amanda Bynes was one of the people. But for the most part, I think I worked with like Discovery, and then after that, I moved over to more of the indie films. I kind of like that, working with the local folks, trying to make our own name for ourselves. But the closest thing to a celebrity I had was like working at, hanging out with like a celebrity's best friend. That was pretty much it.
All right. What about? Okay, this one's good for people who want to follow in your footsteps. Was there any acting classes that you took, or any acting schools that you would recommend? Like, how did you get to where you are today? Well, like, what were the steps you took that you would recommend?
Well, basically what I did was just try again. I would just jump from like theater to set to connect to people. But basically, what I was told from different people was just to network, to continue to network. So basically, when I was on set, I, kept social, even though I'm usually like kind of to myself kind of person. But I talked to people, got to know directors, producers, and people who were looking for more work. If I'm not on stage, I got to be backstage because I love this job so much. So basically, just keep talking, pass out your name, get more names, and just keep circling. That definitely helps me a lot.
No, absolutely. I'm the same way. I'm always networking, either behind the screens or in person. Sometimes I can't tell the difference because when I see someone, I have to talk to that person. I don't care where I am, I have to talk to that person. So sometimes I do cross the lines, but I'm just being me. Now, the next question I was going to ask you is, have you ever had a conflict on stage? And that can be like... That could be, for an example, like you just had a fight with someone, or also 2 questions in one. One, you had a fight with someone, and the other part of that would be, was there ever an acting role you had a conflict with?
Well, yeah. I remember when I was first starting out, and I was still kind of like new to it, and I started learning how professional this kind of career is. When I was working on a play, you'll work with somebody, even if you have a conflict, even if it's really nasty, the second that the lights go on, you gotta stay in that mentality of that character that you're getting into. And it's very hard, especially if you're working with somebody who you don't get along with and you have to pretend to be best friends. It's very difficult. So you're sitting there smiling, hugging, whatever, and then when you get in the back, just... But that was definitely a wake-up call for me, and then also the professionalism of contracts, for sure. I thought if I gave them an advance notice for something, maybe 2 or 3 days in advance, they would find somebody to fill in for me. And my brother's graduation, his high school graduation was coming up, and I'm like, okay, it's there in about 3 days. If I give them a heads up, they can have another crew member fill in for me for that day. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't make it this day. I know that we're having a show, but I figured. And they're like, well, let's show this. And they just I'm like, so I had to stay there and finish the performance, and then I learned a hard lesson there that you stay committed, absolutely, 100%. And that was so sad. I had to miss my brother's graduation.
Oh, obviously you have it on video, right? So you can always catch up on it.
Definitely. My family members got there and they videotaped and took all the photos. I just wish I was there to congratulate him in person.
That's true. I understand. Now, what about the next question I was going to ask you? Let's see. I should have done this before, but I like to keep it alive. Just looking for something really good. Okay, this one fits both of us. Have you ever gone to work in retail? And do you have any horrible retail stories?
Retail? I don't think so. I think I work mostly in the food industry. Grew up in my family owned a bakery, so I started there very young, and then I just kind of moved up forward from there, just doing a lot of customer service and food service mainly.
Yeah. But, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I just realized how cutthroat it can be when it comes to serving food. It can get nasty sometimes, but it's definitely fulfilling. Sometimes, I just like making happy tummies.
I work at a couple stores, and there's always times where I try to hold myself to a higher standard. Mm-hmm. It's a higher just performance because, when someone recognizes me, they'll be like, oh, hey, you're Keith Andrew. You have your own, and by the way, that's just a stage name. Oh, you're Keith Andrew. Well, what are you doing here and everything? And it's just basically, I like giving the best performance that I can. And
right.
I'm working recently in a store, and I hate working with kids because when they do something stupid, it bounces back to me, and it makes me look bad. And yet, it's like, yeah, I need the money and everything, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I even said this to my boss recently, when he hired me, it's like, why should we hire you? Well, why should you hire me? Because I want to be here, I'm hardworking, and excuse my language, but I give a shit about being here. I enjoy working for you guys, and this is what I want. And he said to me, we need more people like you. But I'm walking around, the store's doing everything ass backwards, and you hire people who are just, this is them. This is, if you walk into the store, this is them. Behind us, with the phone in their face, they're FaceTiming or they're doing whatever. And it's kind of like, if you don't want to be here, and same thing with some people in my family, they can't stand me. They don't want to be here, there's the door. No one's holding a gun to your head and saying that this is what's expected of you. We'd be more than happy to replace someone like that. But, I don't know, I guess it's retail, and it's just working or taking orders from someone half my age. Kind of rubs me the wrong way. I'm almost 30, and I'm taking.
Sometimes.
It's like I'm almost 29. I'm almost 30, and right now I'm 29. I'm taking orders from a 19-year-old, and it's kind of like you hire people that don't give a shit, and that's why your product suffers. For me,
me a little bit. I agree. When you have people around you who are there just for the money, when they're there just to be on the clock and then go home, but they don't want to do anything on top of it, that's a little conflicting.
It's true. And it's just, I recently had to leave my last job because, I just wanted to be a cashier. I was a cashier for 6 months. If they told me this in January, I probably would have left sooner. But basically, like I said, I'm keeping it real. And basically I said, I want to work for you guys. I just want to be a cashier. 6 months later, and it's like, oh, we're going to teach you the floor. And it's like, and it is a lot of stupid things. Basically, it's like they had 2 people working. I'm working, and there's a big line, and then they will yell at me because I'm not, moving fast enough, and saying, hey, I'm doing the best I can with a learning disability. That's not good enough. You have to do this. And it's like, why did he hire me in the first place? Blah, blah, blah. And the customers also got on my nerves, too. Say an example, you came in, say, here, I'm buying this, I'm buying a bunch of books, and it's 40% off. And then the tiny thing says, exceptions for. And then it would go, and you would have a tantrum saying, it says 40% off all covers all. Yeah, well, the store doesn't really, it's can't have the coupon, blah, blah, blah.
Or, right?
This was my favorite, being told to go fuck myself. You can, just using you for an example. Actually, it was traded around now. You doing the job. It'd be,
okay.
I like your headpiece. Kind of looks like you're working at McDonald's.
It does, doesn't it?
I do have to get one of those. No disrespect. Try to have fun with everyone. Anyway.
It's from my PlayStation.
No, it's nice. I don't like having my ears covered because when I talk, it's muffled and my eyes start to twitch. But that looks good. You have one side covered and you can still hear everything on from the outside.
Yeah,
Actually, I can.
Little
If you don't mind for action, what type is it? Is it like a Bose or is that like a turtle?
I'm not sure. Let me see.
I know the Bose and turtles are really good.
I'm not sure.
Oh, it's PlayStation. That's nice.
But it was the cheapest one I could find, so.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like, as long as it works, I don't care how much it is.
As long as it works.
I didn't mean any disrespect by McDonald's comment. I was just saying, you just remind me of the person from McDonald's was the headset, so no disrespect.
Oh, no, not at all. Besides, I work at Starbucks anyway. We work with headsets, so.
Oh, nice.
Still trying to get used to it. I'm not used to drive-through.
Well, what type... Well, I know we can get to that in a minute, but going back to the question I was going to ask you, it's, I know we bounce around. I'm sorry, I have ADD. So...
I like it.
So, thank you. And that's also keeping it real. And so the question I was asking you, you're behind the counter, you work in, I want to buy spray paint, and store policy saying you have to get month, date, and year. And I would say to you, okay, I need your month, date, and year. And I would say, why? Store policies. Well, I'm not giving it to you. I'm like, okay. And you say, next in line. And it's like, what are you doing? And it's like, and then I made a mistake of saying, the manager, I said, can I get a manager up to register too? You would say, can I have a manager over too? And I would say, what's your problem? And you turn, and that's exactly what I did, but you're doing it. You turn the screen and say, look, this is my problem. Month, day, and year. I can't bypass it. I have to put it in the system. And it's like, this is fucking ridiculous. Do I look like I'm fucking 12 years old? And I'm like, after hearing, I was told to go, and like I said, it's uncensored. I was told to go fuck myself 6 or 7 times. And after the 7th, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to work here anymore. Because it's either you're arguing over stupid spray paint, or you're complaining about the coupon, or you're just, and customers will get aggravated. It says, does anyone work here? No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was agreeing, saying it just amazes me how people act when it comes to sales.
No, really. The store I work in a toy store. I won't mention the name, but I work in a toy store. They open it. It's like a pen. My boss and the manager gave me a dirty look. It says because we're doing a sidewalk sale when I was walking around and I got distracted because I like dogs, and I had to say, "Oh, can I pet the dog?" And while my back was turned, someone opened the shovels for the kids. The shovels and took a couple out, and I have no filter, so I said to it, "Well, someone opened it like a freaking animal." It's like, oh, it's true because it was ripped open like an animal. And then the two, this is why people talk, my two coworkers walked up to her like, someone opened it, it's like a freaking animal. I was like, this is why I hate working with kids. But it's true, you walk around and there's this like Pokemon stuff. They say, oh, I don't know if you saw the new Charizard, it's a new dragon.
Excuse me, sorry.
Don't worry about it. I know I make people cough. And
For the Charizard?
yeah, it's the Charizard, but it's black and it's blue. And so they would rip open the package, take the toy, and they would leave everything else. Or a Barbie, they would rip Barbie open and just rip off her clothes. Say, oh, I really like this outfit. I don't want this. Or they would just freaking animals. It's like, what happened to common sense?
We've devolved now to where if we just see it, we just grab it.
Yeah, I made a joke. It wasn't a joke. I listened to motivational speeches, and after this, I will pass the show back over to you, and I will shut up. I listened to motivational speeches, and there's this girl that I like, and I said to her, if you want something, and like you just said, if you want something, you just go and take it. So, instead of saying, that's really good advice, the kid said to me, well, I really like her, and she has what I want, so can I go and take it? I'm like, you're an idiot.
That was a good question.
I don't know. Anyway, we're just passing over the show to you. I know we're doing something different because I like this to be more interactive. I know I do my part and I pass it over to my guests. And hey, you're supporting a good cause. Yes, I talk with my hands. I'm kind of robotic. So basically, you're supporting a good cause and making a new friend out of it. We're having fun. I'm keeping it real. I'm telling you the truth, and it does. I have my moments. Sometimes I'm really good, and sometimes I do like, man, he's an asshole. And so I know I'm trying to do like, I really want to do this for the rest of my life. So I know every interview, every episode, I'm improving on myself. But I also want to have fun with the audience and the guests. That's what to keep people real. But I know if you want to be on mainstream, you have to be politically correct, or you have to be, and that's fine. I can be PG, but I have no filter, and that's where, if you push on me, I'm gonna push back. I'm not the type of person who is like, okay, do whatever you want. I like to call myself imperfect. Because whatever I touch, I end up breaking or kind of disposing. But
you make it your own.
Yeah, exactly. I'm making my own, and I'm unperfect. So I don't walk around saying perfect, 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 perfect. I'm saying I'm unperfect. With that being said, at least I can make you laugh. What's the last?
It's like, you're just doing your own thing, and definitely I agree that with mainstream, there is a line to walk, and it's very shaky sometimes, having to stay on that line. So, yeah, just break your own mold. That's the best thing to do right there. I support that.
Well, let me ask you one last question, and I'll pass it over to you, and I promise I will shut up. Do you think I would be good for HBO, or do you think I would be something for... Well, because they're both mainstream, but if you had to see what I've been doing, your honest opinion, do you think I would be good for HBO because I speak my mind, or do you think if I put a censor on myself I would be good enough for Fox News, CNN, or NBC?
I guess I would be more interested in what your aim would be. If you're looking to just like just to go raw and just totally unfiltered, I would say go HBO style. But if you're looking to like make people more aware, maybe might want to aim for something more informative so that you can hit more of the news channels, so you can get a further reach. But that all depends on what your goal is.
Well, my goal is to become famous. I know it sounds like an oxymoron because everyone says it. I do want to become famous. I do want to turn my disability into a strength. I do want to do this for the rest of my life. But I also like to be in the middle. I'm saying I am very professional, but I do stupid things because I have no filter. But at the same time, I'm like CM Punk. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I walk to the beat of my own drum. I have no filter. I can tell you how it is, and I just basically like to be neutral. If that makes any sense.
Kind of like just right there in the middle.
Right. Now, is that
being? So maybe you can do a little bit of both.
It is. I know once someone takes an interest in me, I'm gonna give myself a complete makeover. But right now, it's online, so it's open waters. So, but I understand once I find someone who says, I really want to take an interest in what you're doing, but you have to do it a certain way. But I'd be happy, kiss people's butts and get into that line of work. But right now, people don't know what to make of me. So it's kind of like I'm just going to be myself. And eventually, when I find someone who wants to take an interest, then they can help me take it to the next step.
Cool. That's a good idea. Just kind of just lay everything out so they can see what you're about. And then when somebody approaches you, you can just say, hey, I'm ready.
No, absolutely. With that being said, I'm going to pass the show over to you. And usually, before I ask my last question, save it for the end, and my new subject is I pass the show over to the guests, and they can ask me the top 5 or top 10 questions they want to ask me. So I don't know which one exactly, top 5 or top 10, but do you have as much time as you like?
I think I have about around that range. So let's see what I got for ya. Let's see. So I noticed that you, on your website, that it says that you were raised in Orange County. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that in New York?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that in New York? Have you lived in New York all your life, or?
Yes.
Wow, nice.
My house.
Do you like it?
Do I like it? Well, two things about that. Two things about it. Let's see, I'm 29. The house was built in 87. Actually, no, it was built in 86. Stayed vacant for a year in 87. And so I guess it was a zombie house. And my parents moved in. Let's see if I'm doing it correctly. Built in 86. Vacant for a year. Yeah, they moved in 88. And, so yeah, I've been here for, my family's been here 30 years. I've been here 29 years. Because that's how old I am. Orange County, it's nice because, you have Woodbury Commons, second biggest mall in North America. And if you ever want to hang out, it's definitely do that. Yeah, but, it's second biggest mall in North America. To raise a family, it's nice because, say we're together and we have a family. It's nice to raise the kids because they're small and there's schools, there's parks and everything. But when you become your age and my age, there's absolutely nothing here. And yes, there's the comments you want to work in retail, and yes, they're going to build Legoland, and there's the castle, but there's really nothing for our age. That's why, to raise a family, it's okay. But besides raising a family, once, like I said, you get to our ages, there's nothing here. So it has its moments. No, absolutely. Now, wrapping up our interview subject, it was a real honor and privilege having you as a guest. Looking forward to building a friendship with you, and I'm looking forward to part 2 as well.
This was a pleasure.